From the moment a woman is born, she is taught to be beautiful. From the way she dresses to the words she says, every choice she makes is vital for her appearance. People will judge a woman in every event they can. Some will praise her, and some will bring her down with insults. She is too short, she says too many curse words, she is fat, she is not graceful. Well, she is a woman, and like every other woman, she has the innate drive to please others as well as herself. This, for the most part, is achieved by beauty. Now, what is beauty? Beauty is defined by the Merriam-Webster dictionary as the quality or aggregate of qualities in a person or thing that gives pleasure to the senses or pleasurably exalts the mind or spirit. The great debate with this seems to be the supposed qualities that people find pleasure from. Some people see beauty as purely physical and find themselves altering their facial features, body structures, and even hair to resemble the stereotypical idea of beauty in his or her society. Then there are those who find beauty on the inside, in personality, character, and intelligence, who work strenuously to be the best they can. The question I would like to pose is, in today's world, do people find inner beauty or outer beauty more important? Today, more than ever, the contrast is extremely notable. At first sight, it is obvious what is more important to a person. A girl covered in makeup is more likely to care about beauty than one that is not. A man spending countless hours at a gym is more likely to favor outer beauty over one that spends his days performing community service activities. There are two very clear perspectives: the people that value outer beauty and the people that value inner beauty. I will look closely into the people that find outer beauty most important, then to those that find inner beauty most important, and finally draw a conclusion myself as to what I find most important. First, I'm going to start with the perspective that outer beauty is most important. Outer beauty is being beautiful physically. This really means fitting in with the idea a person's society has of looking beautiful, and is relative to the society one lives in. For example, in the United States, the idea of outer beauty for women revolves around being tall, thin, having a white smile, clear skin, a small waist, large breasts, and so on. People often wish to fit in with these characteristics of a physically beautiful person, and do so through cosmetic surgery, makeup, and dieting. In Venezuela, it seems that outer beauty is a top priority. In an article titled "Despite Sagging Economy, Plastic Surgery Booms in Venezuela" by Tyler Bridges, plastic surgeon Dr. Peter Romer says, "In Venezuela, a woman may not have enough money for her home, but she will spend to keep up with her appearance with plastic surgery and new clothes. It's seen as a priority." The article also talks about how in Venezuela, plastic surgery is so important that banks offer credit for it. If a person would rather pay for a breast augmentation than for food for a family, it is clear the person values outer beauty. The Venezuelan culture revolves around physical beauty, so much that women do whatever it takes to look a certain way. Prioritizing plastic surgery over a home reflects on the desire of people in Venezuela to look a certain way to be accepted and feel pleasure. Another way to transform a person's appearance to make him or her look beautiful is makeup. According to an article by the Daily Express UK, women spend more than €100,000 on makeup during their lifetime, and the average British woman's makeup drawer contains 54 different items, the product of more than 12 countries, and is worth more than €512. This exemplifies the extensive limits women are willing to go to in order to look beautiful. €100,000 is enough to buy a home. By not buying makeup, a woman could save so much money, but because physical beauty is so important to some, the costs can be worth the purchase. The fact that British women have €512 worth of makeup at their disposal definitely says a lot about the British society as well, since the women just want to look this way to please the demands of their society's idea of physical beauty. The women find pleasure in keeping up with the demands of others and looking a certain way that others appreciate, so their beauty comes from appearing presentable, or in other words, to them, beauty is something physical of utmost importance. Yet another way to change a person's appearance is through dieting. In the United States of America, the dieting pills, exercising programs, and fat-burning drinks, along with all the other weight loss tools, make up the $20 billion weight loss industry. According to an ABC News article titled "100 Million Dieters, $20 billion, the weight loss industry by the numbers," a third of all Americans are on a diet in the United States. This is an immense amount of people, specifically 108 million people, which explains why the weight loss industry is so abundant. So many people wanting to change their figures in the United States, portrays the importance of physical beauty in this country. Many Americans want to fit in with the stereotypical idea of beauty that includes being thin, so they are willing to spend thousands of dollars, which together amount in billions, just to conform with the idea of stereotypical physical beauty. Those who find pleasure in looking thin and resembling this image of outer beauty definitely can be said to find outer beauty most important. In addition to modifying a person's appearance, one can see the deep value of physical beauty through the workforce. Now, even job recruiters are increasing the value of outer beauty. According to an article from the Wall Street Journal by Sue Schellenbarger titled On the Job Beauty is More Than Skin Deep, good looking people charm interviewers, get hired faster, are more likely to get more sales, and get more raises. This would mean that job interviewers value outer beauty quite a lot when it comes to choosing a person to employ. In today's society, it could be said then that it is important to be physically beautiful even in the workforce because it increases a person's chances of doing well. In fact, the article also mentions that attractive people are likely to earn an average of 3% to 4% more than a person with below average looks. That adds up to $230,000 more over a lifetime for the typical good-looking person. So, people that are physically beautiful or pretty make more money. Both the person that is hiring and the person getting hired find outer beauty important because the one hiring would want to make more money and the one getting hired would want the job. So, physical beauty is playing more of a role in the selection process of hiring a person. This is not to say that other factors are not important, but if two people are applying to a job with the same qualifications and are all around similar, but one is more attractive, it is more likely that the more physically beautiful person will get hired. Since being physically beautiful increases the chances of earning more money, more people seek this physical beauty and therefore the importance of physical beauty rises. On the other side of the spectrum is the second perspective, that inner beauty is more important. This means that a person's actions and everything that comes from a deeper place within a person, like intelligence, character, and personality, makes a person beautiful. To judge a person's inner beauty, one needs to know the person in order to say if the person is caring, wise, mature, and so on, rather than with outer beauty when a person can simply judge a person on looks. Inner beauty explores everything at a deeper level. The idea of inner beauty also reflects on the society's stereotype of inner beauty. For example, in an Eastern society, obedience and morals are more likely to be seen as traits of inner beauty, while in a Western country, traits like compassion and individuality are more likely to be seen as beautiful. People in Saudi Arabia seem to find inner beauty very important. According to an article in the Wall Street Journal by Barry Weiss titled Pretty on the Inside, Saudi Arabia took the familiar idea of beauty pageants and turned them around to fit their country's ideologies and came up with the Miss Beautiful Morals contest. The article says, "Gone is the bikini competition. These beauties will wear black abayas. They will compete instead to show their commitment to Islamic morals, like respect for their parents." This pageant is unique compared to beauty pageants conducted in the West in that the contestants exhibit their inner beauty rather than their outer beauty. The creators wanted to formulate a different pageant where girls could show off their inner beauty because to them, that is what is most important. Everyone involved with these pageants, the contestants, the judges, the creators, and the parents of the contestants, as well as the viewers, has the belief that inner beauty is very important and therefore participates with this pageant rather than others. This pageant very well highlights the view of the Saudi Arabian society as a whole in regards to beauty. The fact that citizens would prefer to compete in such pageants and that people even had the idea to start this shows how the society favors inner beauty because their culture indeed is very different and is founded and revolves around morals. Therefore, the most beautiful person to them would be an inner beautifully moral person, and thus was born the Miss Beautiful Morals contest. Apart from morals, intelligence can also be an indicator of beauty to some, like it is for the Chinese. In Article 1 from the stimulus material, Why Chinese Mothers Are Superior by Amy Chua, this extremely strict Chinese mother speaks of how she raises her children. To sum it up, her children, along with the children of other Chinese mothers, are not expected to be anything but perfect little geniuses. Chua says, when it comes to parenting, the Chinese seem to produce children who display academic excellence, musical mastery, and professional success. All of these are inner traits and are the traits that the Chinese want their children to have and value. The Chinese judge the children based on how smart, talented, and successful they are. This is what gives the parents pleasure, and therefore what they find beautiful. To a Chinese parent, a beautiful child is one that is smart, musically inclined, and successful. This is also very demonstrating of the Chinese society because since the beginning of time, they have always valued and exhibited hard work, which is necessary for all things, including intelligence. So to them, looks could not matter less. In their eyes, beauty is something on the inside and can be found in intelligence. Inner beauty can also be found in confidence. An article from CNN iReport titled, Inner Beauty is More Important Than the Outward Appearance, a Philippine mentions how the practice of yoga helps establish inner beauty by building confidence. The author says, I want to feel secure with controlling my nerves, and that is why I practice yoga and other meditation techniques. A person who has confidence and who can systematically control his nerves would certainly look beautiful, since he can perform magnificently even under pressure. Although iReport is somewhat like a blog and might not contain the most credible articles, I found this article to be insightful and give a very personal perspective that echoes the Philippine and Asian culture as well. The article explains well the broad Asian idea of beauty. Throughout most of Asia, people practice yoga, especially in India and places that follow the Buddhist religion. This practice awards people self-control, confidence, and serenity, qualities that in that culture are seen as beautiful. These people value inner beauty since to them the idea of beauty comes from within, from having a calm, kind, and cool composure as taught in the practice of yoga. To them, inner beauty is most important. In fact, Buddhist monks are all encouraged to look the same, so the idea of physical beauty is eliminated. They seek to enhance their inner beauty rather than their physical beauty, and this shows what is most favorable to them. Additionally, community service is a form of inner beauty. And today more than ever, people encourage community service and the building of inner beauty. As an example, there is the Peace Corps of the United States. According to the official Peace Corps website, recently they have had the highest rates of applicants ever, and specifically in 2009 they had a record-breaking 18% increase in applicants. As said in the article, our record application numbers are another indicator of the strong interest in public service, said Peace Corps Director Aaron S. Williams. From recent college graduates to our mid-career or retired applicants, Americans are inspired to serve both their country and the world as a Peace Corps volunteer. These people give up their lives to help others. This truly exemplifies inner beauty as these people leave behind their superficial possessions and just work to serve those in need. In this case, physical beauty does not play a role since these people are dedicated to others rather than themselves. Surely, to these individuals, inner beauty is what is most important, and that is why they join such a noble organization, to become better people and help whoever they can. The articles and sources used for both perspectives seem credible as they were found on official websites and were appropriate to use because they showed clear sides of favoritism for each type of beauty and therefore fit in with the question perfectly. Hence, both outer beauty and inner beauty have people that value one over the other. The importance of outer beauty is exemplified in the prominent cosmetic surgery industry, in the high demand for makeup, in the billion-dollar weight loss industry, and even in the labor force. The importance of inner beauty is shown in the newly designed moral pageants, the demand for intelligence, and the wide practice of yoga for a cleansed mind, and the increased amount of community service volunteers. Personally, before I embarked on my research, I had the impression that inner beauty was more important. I thought this because there comes a point in one's life when one gets old and really it is difficult to be physically beautiful. However, inner beauty stays with one forever. Since then, my ideas have definitely changed after seeing the impact outer beauty has on money, like in these huge industries and a person's own job. It is obvious that outer beauty is very important. Money makes the world go round, and seeing that so much can come from the idea of outer beauty really shows its importance in the world today. I now believe that it is not only inner beauty that counts, but outer beauty as well. To me, what is most important now is a balance of both inner beauty and outer beauty. A person with outer beauty can get a job easily, look better, and keep up with the society's demands. A person with inner beauty can find peace within themselves, have more knowledge, and help others as well. So, I don't find that one is more important than the other. A perfect person would value both equally and be beautiful on the inside and out. Both inner beauty and outer beauty are very important in today's world, and in my eyes, both play an equal role in the world. A lot of people value outer beauty more, and a lot of people value inner beauty more, according to my research. So, in that case, it is evident that as a whole, people do not value one over the other. Rather, it is split in half between those that find inner beauty more important and those that value outer beauty more. This indicates that in today's world, people find inner beauty and outer beauty equally important.